Hello, I'm Chloe Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Thursday, the 26th of May, 2022. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. I'd love to see you in there. In that, I do general channeling for the collective, but I also give mini reads for donations in there too. If you're interested in coming along to that, it's on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. Bangkok time. You can Google that when it is in your time zone, but you can also click on the contact. Not on the contact now. You can click on the Be Healing channel down there and you can see the next show laying in wait. So you can see when it is in your time zone. You can even click on set a reminder to come along. If you're interested in a private reading with me, they're available from my website, behealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also one up there too. I get them out within 48 hours of you ordering them, so they're not always available. If you find that they're all sold out, just check back a day or so later. You should get something opening up. Okay, so what are the energies we've got going on today? Some shadow work. It's the shadow dancer, indicating shadow work, time to look at the dark side of things that we don't really want to look at usually. Unless you're really heavily into shadow work, like someone like me. I like doing the inner work, especially when I can get something I can get my teeth into, you know? It's always interesting when we come across things that we think that we're not. And we think we're definitely not that, because I would never be that, because I can't stand it when I see that kind of thing in other people. And then we realize that we are it. And we're like, oh, it's that kind of work today, you know, loving and accepting ourselves as we are, because we are everything. We've got everything within us. And if we're trying to deny something, chances are we've got it within us. And it's actually ruling us, controlling us if we're trying to deny it. Well, it's much better to be like a master of ourselves instead, by acknowledging that we've got everything within us. I could be a serial killer if I wanted to, but I'm choosing not to, you know? But if we are so adamant that, no, I could never be a serial killer, I don't have a whatever bone in my body, then chances are that you will have that. And interesting that I have a whatever bone in my body is that jealousy can be a thing as well, dark side of us, all right? And we're all jealous in certain circumstances. Of course we are. We should be. You know, we get hurt if our partner cheats on us, or if there's signs of that. Yes, we should get jealous, right? And so we all have jealousy. But it's interesting because 2 people in my life have said the same thing to me at the start of a relationship with me. I don't have a jealous bone in my body. Now, they were 2 of the most jealous guys that I've ever been with, just making it up. Making up that I was flirting with other people or something going on, and it wasn't true at all. So it just goes to show when you're denying something and you're like adamant that you're not that, you're definitely not that, it controls you and it actually runs you, and you get more of that than you even want in you. And we see that, don't we, in people say that are homophobic. A lot of them, it's because they're actually gay or bi or something like that, and they just cannot admit it at all. So some shadow work to do today anyway. Warrior and peace, how interesting. Spiritual warriors. So it might be something to do with the warrior side of you that you have been negating. But it's good to be that. Peaceful warrior. Being both of these things at the same time. Now, there could be some stuff around communication today. You might need to say something to someone. Turbulence in the ocean. So the ocean's a little choppy. It's about going deep as well. Turbulent times, needing to communicate, not shut down when there's things that need to be said. So yes, you might be stepping into your warrior side today, but you might also need to do the shadow work before you do that to make it okay for you to step into your warrior side. So if you think that you're all love and light and you're not appreciating that you are also a warrior, that you're also the darkness, that you have that strong side of yourself where you can, yes, with love, but strong with love, say no to people and you know, if they're doing the wrong thing. Could be a day like that. Tell us more, tarot. What's in the tarot? 8 of Swords, feeling trapped and held back in some kind of a way. That could be in communication as well, holding yourself back in communication, trapped, unable to say something because it's kind of out of your, not comfort zone, but out of your zone of allowance, what you'll allow yourself to be or do or say. Chariot. Wanting to move forward on something, but being pulled in two directions. Could be aspects of sabotage going on today with all of these cards. That's too many. Just watching my hair get fluffier and fluffier in the humidity. We've got the Knight of Wands. I think this one came out first. The Knight of Wands. So someone making a move forward, passionate about something, wanting to move forward on something. And the Hermit, this withdrawal. So I think the Hermit's you, and I think the Knight of Wands is someone else. Someone wants to move forward with passion on something. Could be in a work situation or a relationship situation, but this is you feeling withdrawn, feeling like you want to stay in bed or hide or something like that. Not really wanting to put yourself out there. It's because it's something that's outside. There's something to do with it being outside of your zone of allowance. Why have we got the Eight of Swords here? Five of Voices. Conflict, chaos, conflict. Okay, so feeling bound, feeling like you can't go there, feeling like you don't have what it takes, or you're not allowed to do what it takes in a situation like this. In other words, you might have made rules for yourself that you can only be love and light or something like that, that it's not okay for you to be a warrior, to be angry. But there's a situation where there's chaos and conflict, and you do need to step into that energy, and that's the right energy to step into. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And so, but there's this feeling like I can't do anything here. I can't be in this situation. I have to back out of it completely and hide because I am not in integrity with myself in that situation, because I'm not allowed to be that thing. So this is like a prison of your own making here, of you rejecting a part of yourself, which is valid. It's a valid part. Divine timing is behind that, and so it's good that this thing has come up and challenged you. Let me know what it is in the comments below when you go through it, because it's going to be different for everyone, you know. But for some, it could be like anger, a situation that comes up. Anger is an emotion that shows us that something is out of alignment, right? And it could be that you need to stand up. It could be that you need to confront someone with the bad behavior that's causing you to feel angry. Anger is that emotion that gets us to do something about it. But if you're making it not okay that you have that emotion, or not okay that you do something about it, not okay that you speak out when you're feeling angry, not okay for you to confront people about things, then you're not going to do that. And so what happens to that emotion that you're feeling? Well, you pretend you're not feeling it, you're pushing it down, because it's not okay for you to have that emotion, but you're tying yourself up in knots there, because every emotion is needed. It's feedback. We're meant to feel it, and then you're meant to do something about it. It's the fuel behind the doing something about it. So if it's not okay for you to do something about it, you've got to somehow internalize that feeling, push it down and not feel it. Otherwise, where does it go to? You turn it in on yourself. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, the Chariot. So you're wanting to move forward, but you're being pulled in two directions here. Wow, the Ten of Materials. Like this is a success of something. So this could be the happily ever after in a relationship. This could be the success of a business or something like that, or of a career. You want to move forward in that, but there is something that's pulling you in an opposite direction. So what could be showing up today could be an important part of you that you need to tap into to be able to have the success that you want in the relationship, or have the success that you want in business or your career. And you need to be able to face this stuff now. I mean, you need to be able to deal with this stuff. We should be able to be healed and stable enough with all different skills to be able to deal with everything that comes up in life. I'm not saying like for, to be completely numb to everything. I'm saying to be able to deal with everything that comes up, every kind of a person, and every kind of a situation. And so this today might be showing up a part of you that is still kind of unhealed, but I'm definitely getting those rules. I'm getting that you're giving yourself a rule that is not helpful at all. There's masculine energy that's behind that. Okay, so you might be Your feelings and all of your feedback might be saying for you to empower yourself and be quite and tap into your masculine energy, which is the doing things, right? It's the logistics side of stuff. It's the doing stuff, getting what it is that you want by taking action and all of that. But a part of you is pulling you in another direction, going, it's not okay for me to do this. And so this could be like a situation at work, say, where there's a promotion coming up and you want it, and you're in competition with other people, and then you make it not okay to be in competition with other people because you think competition is not okay, and then you back down from it. But then you've got this tug of war inside of yourself then, because you've not allowed yourself to do that, and it just, you end up taking like catching that grenade, and it's exploding on yourself instead of that energy being put in the right direction, the competitive energy being okay and acting on that and making it fun. So Knight of Wands, someone else is going for it. So yeah, like I said, this situation is going to be different for depending on who you are and what your rules are that you've made for yourself. But I'm telling you, there's a rule coming up today that is just not serving you. You've made a rule for yourself. It's not serving you. Now, this could be rules around relationships. You could have someone coming forward with a passionate offer for you in a relationship, but you've decided, no, I've got a rule. I will not go with someone like that, or in circumstances like this, or they need to do this first. And the rule is actually stopping you from getting what it is that you want in a relationship. Tell us why this Knight of Wands is here. Someone else is going for it. Whatever this thing is, someone else is going for it. Someone's just showing you the way because they're doing it. They're stepping into these energies. Now, you might be making them wrong for doing so as well. Depends how entrenched you are in this belief that you've got, that you're not allowed to do this one particular thing or feel this one particular thing. Why have we got the Knight of Wands here? The Emperor. Someone else is taking charge. Someone else is going for it. You're not stepping into that energy. Someone else is, and they're going to get that thing. They're going to get that relationship that they want. They're going to get that promotion. They're going to get it because they're making it okay. They're stepping forward into their power. Watch them. Or you could do the work now, release yourself from that burden of that thing that you're not allowed to feel or be, and then be that, and you could be the victor in this. And so someone's moved themselves into balance there. So someone else has made it okay for them to do that, and they're stepping in that. Now, if we're talking about something like competition, you could see that as aggression or something like that. And it's not necessarily true. Competition can be really fun. It's not necessarily destroying someone else if they are, destroying someone emotionally if they don't win, kind of thing. So you might have experienced that in the past and then made it not okay to compete. And it is okay to compete. So, but here's you kind of backing off from it, the Hermit, having to go within. Well, having to go within and do the work there. Or backing off from it completely. The cat's outside the door. I'm going to let her in because she's just distracting me. Chicken, are you coming in? No, she just wants the option. Okay, she's going to keep distracting me then. Why have we got the Hermit here? Why have we got the Hermit? I wouldn't allow myself to tap into my aggressive side, which is a really important part of me. And I didn't because of the violence that I'd suffered. And I thought all aggression was violence. And so I pushed that away. I was scared of it in other people for many, many years. I was fearful of it in myself, and it kind of controlled me when I was, so it would explode out of me in inappropriate times. Instead of just tapping into that energy. Now, I am a lot of Aries in my chart, so I have got a lot of that aggression. I'm actually opening a boxing gym. Like, it's a huge part of me. It's a fun part of me, and I absolutely love it now, that side of me. But for so many years, I negated that side of myself, thinking that it was a wrongness, thinking that it was violence, and it's not violence. And yeah, and so that was what it was for me. I guess there's going to be something else coming out today for me. But the Hermit, we've got the Ten of Voices, so something is causing you pain here, and that pain can end. So this is telling me that you need to go within and sort this out because you're causing yourself pain here by negating something. One time I was in a cafe and I was joking around with this guy, and he kind of cheekily tapped me on the leg like this. It was a fun situation, But there was a lady, obviously damaged, unhealed, at the table, and she turned around to him and she said, "That's assault." And he felt ashamed and I felt ashamed. And suddenly, what was a fun situation got turned to shit because of her unhealedness. And it made me question myself, like, was that assault? Should I have felt assaulted by that? It was fun to me. Like, it wasn't aggression and it certainly wasn't assault. It was a playful tap. It was not people being human beings, like, oh, and it stuck with me because it really had me questioning myself, and I think it had him questioning it as well. But there was nothing wrong with that situation at all. And this is what can happen to us when we're unhealed, is that we get super sensitized to things that there's nothing wrong with at all, and you could be causing yourself pain because of that. She killed a great vibe in that, and we're still got people that are in a great vibe questioning themselves, and you know that that is not adding to someone's vibrate. It's not ascending. It's not adding to the world when you do that. If you kill a good vibe like that with a judgment, and if you're doing that to yourself, I'm not necessarily saying you're doing that to other people, but if you're doing that to yourself, that's causing you pain. It's causing you pain. Is your pain coming out? Spreading that pain to other people around you perhaps as well. What's below that is it's all good, but don't worry about it. Like, don't feel guilty about it. Don't add pain on top of that pain by feeling guilty or shame about it. It's just like, learn now and then move forward from there, you know. What about our love lives? So, very interesting energies today. What about our love lives? What's going on in our love lives? Dare I ask? There's a lot of judgment flying around today. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So you might just be kind of waiting and in surrender at the moment. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. So go with the flow. Could be a little bit of a break kind of an energy in relationships at the moment, but go with that flow. Go with the lack of flow as well as with the flow. Anyway, I think you've got a lot on your plate today with all of this. These energies going about, if you've got something to deal with there. And there just seem to be a lot of unhealed people, virtue signaling and all of this stuff, and shutting on everyone else, and causing people to feel bad when there's no badness needed to be felt. There's nothing wrong. Extremely sensitive, unhealed people causing a lot of trouble at the moment in the world with all of that stuff. We've got shine here, so you could be just like shining your light, feeling good in your life, and not necessarily focused on relationships. Or this could also be about someone shining out to you as well. Someone being highly attractive to you, could be. Or someone in a good energy. What else in our love lives? Regret and fear. Oh no. Regret and fear just fell out. And then daydream. Regrets and fears. So there could be times, so it could be around relationships, what I've been talking about here, where you've let fear control you and you've kind of done the wrong thing within a relationship and then you really regret that. So things like that could be coming up today. Yeah, triggered. When we've been triggered and we've put that on the other person instead of dealing with that in ourselves. That's what I'm talking about really, isn't it? In that example, she was triggered by that. Me and him weren't. And yeah, she had us questioning everything. Then we've got daydream in our love life. So you could, some of you could be, whoa, sorry about that. Tripod fell down. Hang on. The light. I'll be right back with you very shortly. after this technical break. Just need some light on the subject here. Put a new one up there. Sorry about this. Okay, we're back. Some of you could be meeting or just noticing someone that you're highly attracted to, shining out to you as if the universe is putting a spotlight on them, and you could be daydreaming about that person as well. Some of you could have had someone like that in your life for a while, someone that's really shining out to you, someone that you want to be in a relationship with, and you're daydreaming about it rather than moving forward on it. For some of you, that's not moving forward, and you're having to surrender it just because of past fears that are coming up, where you've had regrets. And so yeah, very much in a daydreamy kind of an energy. I like my distraction right now too. Tell us more about love lives. Fear of commitment. A fear of commitment. There's a lot of fear around, am I doing the right thing? Or is there like something fundamental wrong with me? Or that I'm not seeing that everyone else has it and everyone else sees it and that I'm not seeing it. It doesn't feel that that's true at all. But there could be fears coming up there. Now we've got the erotic and intimacy as well. So you could really be in this daydreamy kind of an infatuation of someone kind of thing, and imagining this eroticism and this intimacy between you guys. It feels more like a day where it's a kind of an internal day sort of thing. We are dealing with things inside of ourselves rather than doing it outside within relationships kind of thing. But take it as it resonates, of course. Those of us that are mastering ourselves, that have done a lot of healing, we're going to be less affected by these energies, and people that have got more healing to do will be more affected by these energies, of course. What else have we got in the energies? We've got an exciting event. So something exciting is happening, and the Knight of Wands kind of shows that too. A staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. The universe is always on your side here. It could be kind of trying to show you something, teach you something. We have a rose, romance is in the air, so it is a romantic day after all. And an older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. What are you about, older woman? Why have I got an older woman here? What's all of that about? A wishbone, a wish is granted. So an older woman could grant you your wish. Could be someone in your family, could be anyone in fact. So we do have kind of good energies, even though we've got shadow work coming on. So if you like the shadow work, this could be a great day for you. Okay, so think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for your answer. This is just a bit of fun because this is a general reading, of course. If you want me to pull one of those out for a question that you've got, come along to my Psychic Cafe show live here on YouTube, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 a.m. Bangkok time. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking on Be Healing down there, and you can click on Set a Reminder on that show for donations in that show. Those mini reads. I'll also pull cards out too for clarity. I can also use them in a private reading as well. Book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there as well. After you've booked in, if you've got specific questions to ask, just click on the Contact Us page on my website. You can put your questions in there. So how best to deal with these energies today? We have the Eight of Wands. This is about communication. It's about moving forward. Communication. I did get that at some point. What was that about? Communicate, turbulence. Some of you need to communicate and stop making it wrong to communicate in certain situations, possibly about a confrontation kind of thing. It's okay to confront people. It's okay to make people uncomfortable. As long as you've got reason to do it and you're not doing it willy-nilly, you know. Eight of Wands. Communicate. Move forward. Don't make yourself wrong for moving forward. Don't negate yourself or your wishes, is what it feels like. It could be a really good day today if you just give yourself permission, is what it feels like. Anyway, think of a yes or no answer question. Now pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. The answer is Yes, go for it. It's the aquamarine. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well, even if it's just to say hello. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. I do one of these every single day of the year, daily energy update for the collective. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, and I also make 3 love picker card reads a week as well. If you're interested in watching one of those, there's one right there, right now. You can watch it now if you like. Well, have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.